Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just come across this article, 3 stocks to buy in October that could soar 47 to 84% according to Wall Street. And as you can see, this is dated on the 1st, so it would have been Saturday. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. I've talked about some of these on the channel already. But some of the key points we're talking about is Alphabet, Mercado Libre, and MongoDB, so we'll break those down here as we go. But first is Alphabet. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel. I believe they're still at 52-week lows. We can take a look here. Like I said, I just did a video on them, and been buying as much of it as I can, but I've been slow at it because once I buy some, it seems like it goes down. It's actually up here today, so we're down to, so it did hit another low again today, 95.16, so, I don't know. I would put in an order for maybe a 96 flat and see if it hits it, so it's going up, but would have been a decent trade here on it today. But so of the 43 analysts surveyed, that cover Alphabet, 38 of them rate the tech stock as a buy or a strong buy. Especially at these levels, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion, but I consider this one a buy, so I mean it's a long-term hold. I mean, can't go wrong with Google. It's got great ratings on it. I've covered it a couple times, so not surprising that the Wall Street consensus 12-month price target reflects a 47% upside potential. This was at 110, 120 for a while after the split, but it's been coming down since then. So stock would have to return to its level from the fourth quarter of 2021 to deliver the kind of gain that analysts project. But here you can kind of see, so it was up in the 140s. So currently at 97.85. It's actually below that as I showed you, but you can just kind of see how it's stair-stepped down. That would have been a good option, betting on it going down. But the good case to be made, Alphabet should be even a bigger winner over the longer term, and just as I said, I'm holding this one for the long term, so because they're going to continue to grow the cloud. I mean, just everything about it. They got more services to add, so probably working on things that we don't even know about, so it would be my guess. But also possible that Google search revenue could be zapped if Apple decided to build its own search engine, which I think would be cool. So more competition the better, so that would more than likely boost Apple stock up as well, but to use as its default in its iPhones and iPads. I'm sure they're working on their own search engine as well. So I don't have any Apple products. I have Apple stock, but there's the Safari, so I don't know much about that, but I'm sure they've already considered their own search engine. May as well, a company of that size, why couldn't you do it? So number 2 is Mercado Libre, ticker MELI. So I believe I've talked about this one maybe once here on the channel. I do not currently own any shares of it, but I have talked about it a time or two here, and it's got kind of some of the same price action going up on it. So here you can kind of see what it's done over the last year, down over 47%. So this was a $1,600 stock. It's actually green in the past 3 months, green in the past month. Well, green here in the past week. So the only thing it's lacking is the 1 year, but it'll get back to those levels. So, but if you don't know much about this one, they develop online commerce platform with a focus on e-commerce and related services. So analysts are even more bullish about Mercado Libre, and there's the ticker again, the average 12-month price target, the Latin American e-commerce and fintech stock, 58% above its current share price. Mercado Libre has lost roughly half of its market cap over the last year. It's not because the company's business is struggling, though. Mercado Libre net revenue soared 56.5% year over year in the second quarter on a constant currency basis. Here you can kind of see some of their price action. Kind of already went over that just in the past year, so they've gotten a pretty good size haircut as well. So company is truly only scratching the surface of its opportunity in Latin America. Morgan Stanley projects the e-commerce penetration rate in the region will jump from 11% this year to 16% by 2025. Their potential market in fintech is also huge, with a large number of people in Latin America without access to traditional banking services. So there you go. You can get the platform and banking and e-commerce all in one. So next is MongoDB, ticker MDB, and I'm pretty sure I've never talked about this one, so you can take a quick look at this one. So again, MongoDB, over the past year, you can see it was up to 585. They're down over 50% as well. In the past 3 months, they're down. They're just down across everything. So if you don't know much about this one, a general purpose database platform. The firm's products include the MongoDB Enterprise Advanced. Also offers professional services, including consulting and training. Founded in 2007. And there's some more specs on this one, so not too bad of ratings on this one either. So the Mongo, a name short for humongous, and that's a good word to describe Wall Street's view of the stock's prospects. The consensus 12-month represents an 84% increase from the current share price. So they've been hit even harder than Alphabet and Mercado Libre over the past year, and its shares have plunged 70% from the record high, setting in the fourth quarter of 2021. Here you can kind of see their price action going down over the past year as well. So, however, their business is booming. The company reported year-over-year revenue growth of 53%. The total analysts in the quarterly conference call that Mongo isn't seeing any slowdown in deal activity. One fly in the ointment with its losses worsening. Mongo's costs are high and climbing across the board. Not too concerned about the issue. But if you have any of the three, you can list that in the comments. So we have MDB, MongoDB, MELI, Mercado Libre, and of course Google, GOOGL, and there's also the GOOG, and they just did their split, and so I'm liking it. So we can buy whole shares instead of partial. So on those other ones, if you don't have 500 or even 191 laying around, you can buy partials here on Robinhood. You can do that on M1 Finance or even on Schwab, and they're column slices. So, but that is the three stocks to buy in October. If you have three different or better stocks to buy in October, you can list that in the comments as well. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.